guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. So today's video is going to be all about 5 products that I use that have made me a better lash tech. Okay, so the first thing that has helped me immensely with my lashing career is switching my adhesive to a latex and formaldehyde-free adhesive. This is a game changer. The biggest problem I know that I had, and I know a lot of you guys have out there, is having clients that are irritated, red eyes, super watery, and just overall uncomfortable during the set and right after. And honestly, that can be such a depressor. It makes you feel like you're just not doing what you're supposed to be doing, but honestly, it's not you. It is literally the product you're using, and you're just unaware of what's in it. When I was creating my Flowrish brand, I had to learn about these things, and honestly, this was one of the biggest things that was hindering me myself, because I didn't know that formaldehyde and latex were key ingredients in a lot. I would say like 75 to 80% of adhesives out there, especially those ones that you find on Amazon, the ones that are cheaper. A lot of times the ones that we get certified with, they generally do have formaldehyde and latex in them. So that being said, I highly recommend our Flowrish Lashes Infinite Bond, because that is 100% formaldehyde and latex free, therefore reducing the amount of fumes that come out of it. So that means that your clients will notice a huge difference in terms of having irritation after their set. I think we forget about us being the lash artists ourselves. We're literally sniffing that glue all day long because it's right by our face, and we don't realize the repercussions that it has on us as well. I know that for me, it used to mask as like sinus issues or like allergies, and you get super runny, eyes start running, nose starts running, all that kind of stuff. But realistically, it's you reacting to the formaldehyde in the adhesive. So if you have this problem, it's probably that, and you need to absolutely switch your adhesive right away. This helped me so much because my clients actually saw a huge difference. And that being said, I learned so much about hand speed, I learned about humidity, all that stuff, and honestly, the Infinite Bond helped with that. So highly recommend Infinite Bond from Flowrish Lashes. Next item is lashes, of course. So we all absolutely need lashes, and one of the things about getting certified and starting off is you don't know what lengths to get, you don't know what diameter to get, you don't know which lashes to get. There's so many options out there, and you just don't know where to turn. And I totally understand that. I had that happen to me myself, and I ended up using what my trainer had given me, and it was a B curl for like a year, and I didn't know what to do with that and why my lashes weren't coming out nice at all, but it was because you could barely see them because it was just a B curl. So that being said, I know when I do my training and when I first started, the biggest thing that I learned was switching my classic lashes to flat lashes. Like once I found flat lashes, I fell in love with flat lashes. The reason why is because flat lashes are actually 40% lighter, but still give off that same density as a classic lash would. If you've never tried flat lashes, oh my gosh, you absolutely need to. The look of them is unbelievable. And on top of that, they are 10 times softer than a regular classic lash. I know one of the biggest things, even for me, when I used to get lash extensions, like classic lash extensions, I would feel that crunchiness, and it would just make it so easy to actually pick off the lash when you had those regular classics on. But when I switched to flat lashes, it was so much easier to not get that urge to actually pick the lashes off because they were just that much softer. You didn't feel that like crunchy, uncomfortable feeling. It just kind of sat there and didn't bother you at all. So flat lashes for me was a go-to. It was an absolute must. I swear once I started using flat lashes, I just never went back. We at Flowrish 100% created flat lashes, and we perfected them. I absolutely am in love with our flat lashes. They are so soft and so dark and dense. They give off such a beautiful look, and we have them in 0.15 and 0.20. So as a beginner, I always recommend getting a 0.20 just because you're able to kind of work with them a little bit easier, as opposed to a 0.15. Sometimes when you're applying the lashes, you're not the best at isolating, and you may not see the lashes as well, but it doesn't give you that same result. So 0.20s are what I train my students with, and you're able to kind of see that nice dark dense lash. And then when it comes to lengths, I get this question a lot, like where do I start with lengths? Like what should I get? I always recommend you do just like 3 lengths. I don't think you need more than that, especially at the beginning, and those 3 trays are gonna last you forever. I do recommend you do like a 10, 11, 12 or 11, 12, 13, and you can play those up, play those down. You can kind of cater to a little bit more of a dramatic set or a more conservative set, more natural set. So totally up to you. We are also restocking those very soon. If you guys are on our page, if you are on our site and you are looking for them, they will be back in stock, hopefully by next week, but we will definitely let you guys know. But stay tuned, look out for that. They are coming back. My number 3 product is definitely for my beginners, but even if you're not a beginner, I highly recommend you have one of these because it is a game changer. I did not get certified with this, and God, I wish I did, but it is a mannequin head. Mannequin heads are amazing. When you are practicing, when you're learning, this little thing is so beneficial and can help you so much, especially when you're in short supply of live models, which a lot of us tend to be, because it's not the easiest to get someone every single day, nor do we have the time, or do they have the time, especially when we're working other jobs. Sometimes it's actually easier to use a mannequin head because you can do it at your speed, your time, or again, if you just don't have live models to practice on. But definitely get your hands on a mannequin head. I know a lot of you guys out there want to practice and you are not certified yet, and that is okay, but I do know that you go straight to Amazon to buy your lash products, and the issue with that is you're not getting the best quality. This is the thing with the mannequin heads on Amazon, is that they are definitely a lower quality and they have these terrible eyelids. Like the eyes are like flat, and then you have to put the strips on the actual eyelids, and it's unrealistic and it's super hard to practice, and it's just not a good experience. Once I saw that and I realized how hard it was to actually work on that, I definitely went ahead and wanted the removable eyelid mannequin heads. That was a must for me. I had to get the removable eyelids because it gives you a much more realistic experience. Having those removable eyelids actually give you the chance to see what it feels like working under skin or working with the lashes straight to the root. So that way you're able to apply the lash, make sure that you're not too close to the lid, make sure you're not too far. If you do not have a removable eyelid mannequin head, please get one. It is super helpful. It helped me so much, especially with volumes. Get yourself a mannequin head. We have our Daisy doll mannequin head at flowrishlashes.com, and you can check that out in the description. Okay, my 4th one is like a 2-parter. So the 4th one is tweezers. You absolutely need to make sure you have good tweezers. I lied, not good tweezers. You need great tweezers, because tweezers are what's gonna help you isolate your lashes, place your lashes. It is literally super helpful to have good quality tweezers. So I remember when I got certified, I had a pair of tweezers that were like whatever. They weren't the best, they weren't the worst, they did the job. But then I remember I also, I think I broke one or bent one or something, and then I went straight to Amazon to buy another pair of tweezers. And when I did, I was like, what is this? Because I couldn't isolate, I couldn't place the lashes properly. Every time I picked up a lash, it would like bend in the tweezer, or it would like slip right off or something. It just wouldn't go right. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was me, but it wasn't me. It was actually the tweezers. Because once I actually purchased myself a nice pair of tweezers, I realized the difference. A lot of you guys out there that are struggling with isolation, having a super sharp tweezer is going to help so much. It's all about precision, and the sharper your tweezers are, the easier it's going to be for you to go in between the lashes. And I feel like people don't realize that, but sharpness in your tweezers absolutely matter. So make sure that you're getting high quality tweezers that are going to work with you and not against you. So my recommendation is, especially when we're talking about like shapes and things like that, I feel like a lot of us get certified with the straight tweezers. I got certified with that. I know a lot of people do. I highly recommend a curved isolation tweezer. Ever since I've been using a curved isolation, I literally cannot go back. For some reason, that curve is just a game changer. If you're working with a curved isolation, it is a bit easier because it naturally curves into the lash line. So that is something that's super important for me, and it did help me isolate better, which made me a faster lash check because I was able to isolate faster. And then I also recommend a J tweezer. So I love the way a J tweezer can pick up a classic and place it because of the placement of your hand. You're not actually going like this and like that, it's this way. So you're gonna pick up your lash and then place it like that, and there's less movement. So that way it does take a little bit less time. I find that it speeds me up a little bit more. And if I did want to place a volume in there or jump into a hybrid or whatever the case is, it is a little bit faster for me to kind of go ahead and fan my lashes with my J tweezer, so that way I don't have to switch tweezers as much. Those are my like go-tos. I can literally use them for anything, which I love, just the versatility of it. So we have our curved isolation tweezer and we have our J tweezer all on our site. Highly recommend those two if you are looking for a kit or you're looking for a new set of tweezers as a beginner. Those are my go-to tweezers. My very last product that has helped me in my lashing career is something that I know a lot of people struggle with. It is when you have those red eyes, when your client wakes up feeling a little bit bruised, or a couple days later and they think they had a reaction, or they're having some sort of meltdown with their eyes because they literally don't know what's going on. It's due to one simple fix, and that is under eye pads. So under eye pads are the reason that we have all these issues with red eyes and irritated eyes. Well, not the only reason, because definitely it does come from adhesive as well, but this I think is the main reason, and people don't realize it, especially when you get certified. They don't really let you know that the pads can definitely cause irritation and actually bruise your client's eye. Because what happens, and this is something that I was taught when I got certified as well, is that when you go to tape or pad your client's under eye, you let the client pull down their eye and then you go ahead and tape the under eye. But when you pull down your client's eye, when they let go, that skin goes back up. So if you think you're nice and far away or as close as you can get to the waterline, when the skin goes up, now that pad is shifted up as well, therefore touching your client's eyes. The reason why I always recommend pads and tape is because tape is going to work with your pads. Whether you are a lash artist that likes tape or a lash artist that likes pads, tape is still something that's gonna work with you. So I personally don't use pads. I actually love using tape, but I do have the odd client where I put a pad on and I use the tape to kind of get the closer lashes to the lash line that I can tape down without getting into the waterline or compromising the client's eyes. Because the tape is so much more thin, it won't actually slide up and irritate my client the way the pads would. And the other thing about tape is that you can use the tape to manipulate your client's lash line, such as putting it in the inner corner, pulling the lash line this way and separating the lashes. Or if you have a client that has maybe droopier eyelids, you can use it to pull the skin up, and that way you can see the actual root of your client's lashes right where they come from the lid, and you can get them as close as possible to the lid without damaging the client's skin or anything like that. So using tape is a must with every client, just for different reasons. So definitely highly recommend pads and tape. If you guys are actually interested in how you can use your tape to help your client's lash line, I definitely did a video very recently that I just posted showing how you can manipulate your client's lash line using tape, especially with the inner corners. I know that is the hardest, so check that video out. It's going to be right here and in the description below, so don't miss it. Okay, so those are my 5 products that I absolutely love and have absolutely changed my lashing. Honestly, products are so important and they make such a difference, especially when you're trying to grow, you're trying to get faster. All these things can definitely help. It is all a formula. So if you guys like this video, if you guys like the products in this video, if you want to try any of the products out, be sure to check my description. I have left all of the links in there so you can check them out and you can go straight to the Flowrish Lashes site. Also, I just want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support me, continuing to watch, comment, all that good stuff. I appreciate you guys so much. And to show a little appreciation, I have included a discount code for all of my Flowrish products right now in this video. So if you guys want to purchase any of these items, you can check them out at flowrishlashes.com and use the code in the description for 15% off. Okay, so if you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will be back with something new next time. Bye!